I hope that I don't booger up my new drill with what I'm about to do, but I need some additional weight on it to get it to really sink down into some of the dry dirt. We've had some dry weather. This is just an example, and it was not the hardest soil, but you can see here where the drill was just not penetrating into some of the harder soils on the farm. So I found this bed of railroad iron on the side of the road and cut it. And I'm going to try to put it along here. This is the weight platform for this drill. The problem is that this support for the top of the 3-point is not going to give it enough room. Now I can cut that thing again and set it here, but what I want to try doing is moving these bolts up. The way it's set up right now, I cannot get the 3-point hitch in here. This is angled. I'll see if I can show you later, but this is angled also. This is pointed so far forward that I've got to have my top link, closed as tight as I can just to get it to function right. First thing I need to do is unhook the tractor. So this is where having that quick hitch would be so easy. The way it operates is it's connected to the tractor, and then you just have some pins. You can set it down and pull forward without even having to get off the tractor. Likewise, you can hook it up without having to get off the tractor, and it just saves a lot of time. All that to say, this particular drill is not that difficult to unhook. It's just one of those convenient things that would be a little easier. So right now I'm taking this assembly off for the 3-point hitch. And what I'm trying to do is, one, see if I can readjust it so that the quick hitch attachment will fit on there. But most importantly, I want to add that weight to it. So this is that quick hitch attachment. To unhook any piece of equipment, you just lift those two arms on the top of it, and it releases the pins, and you drop the tractor hitch down, and it releases from the machine. Likewise, to pick it up, you can have those arms up or down. It doesn't really matter, but you just back up to it and lift the machine up, and it is so much easier to use without it. But all that to say, this quick hitch isn't going to attach the way I'd hoped, so now I'm going to try to attach that iron to the machine. Unfortunately, when I get the piece of iron on here, those arms that come down to support the machine on the 3-point hitch do not fit inside, so I've got to cut away, and I grind and grind. I probably spend 45 minutes grinding just like this. I should have had eye protection. And then decided to go get a cutting torch and use a cutting torch to cut out. As it turns out, I had to cut away a lot more material than I had thought to get that to fit on there quite right. I don't know if I showed you exactly what I did, but my hope to make this quick hitch compatible did not work. I'd have to cut out some steel there, and I'm not ready to do that at this point. Came back and borrowed a cutting torch real quick and just cut out a slot so that this would fit. So that's got to be another 150 pounds. I don't know. It may be closer to 200 pounds. I had a hard time maneuvering that thing around. But anyway, I'm going to go. We got about 1/4 of an inch of rain last night. So I'm going to go see if this stuff will plant better than it did Tuesday when I sprayed it and started planting the first acre or so. There's a soybean seed that's just sitting on top of the ground. It's putting them in there. I don't know. We'll see how it works. I'm going to go on and plant. I don't think we're going to have a better time to plant over the next few days. Let's see what it does down there in the bottom. I can barely tell where I've been, only though, because by the time you get down here, you can see the slits, and there's the soybean that was dropped on the ground. There's the sorghum sudan grass seed here. It's dropped. So I'm going somewhere right along in here. Let's hope that with that additional weight and or the additional moisture that we got last night, that I can plant a little bit better. I think that's it right there in the middle of that anthill. All right, it's time to make a decision now as to whether to plant or not. We've got rain coming in Monday of next week. Today is Friday or Saturday. I don't know if you can tell there, but you can see the little seed in there and the soybean seed there. It's in a groove in the ground. That's what I'm really looking for. When it rains, I think we'll have some dirt wash over it. At least there'll be a groove in the ground to hold the water for the seed to germinate. Again, remember this was sprayed here, so I don't think we'll have a whole lot of competition. I really wonder if I would do better just to plant a pure stand of sorghum sudan and plant it thick with the expectation that half the seeds won't germinate. I may do a test plot of that over there. We'll see. And finish planting this 5-acre field and then probably plant that one right there. I found this, I kind of like this video of showing how the planter works. The back wheel with the horizontal lines on it is actually the drive wheel. There's a chain that the meters are just for the seed are just above these black tubes, and so as that black wheel turns, it turns the seed meters, which drop the seed into the tubes in between these closing discs. Just on the back or the bottom of the video further up, there's a coulter that actually slices the ground. And what I figured out about 3 weeks after this planting actually is that when I put some weight on it, some of the no-till coulters and the actual seed openers, these V-grooves where the seed drops in the ground, are not lined up perfectly. So I've got to make some adjustments there. I'm going to jump to an aerial view and kind of show you. I just think it's cool to see. Now this field is kind of low. There are some holes in it, so I've got to swing around some of the different mud holes. Just some of them are large enough to swallow the tractor. And of course I got to work around the dead trees and all as well. But anyway, this is the mind-numbingly tedious part. But this is about 2.5 weeks later, and you can see that it started germinating. Now this field was planted over a period of about a week, so I didn't get full germination all at the same time because they were planted a week apart. But you can see here that the soybeans and stuff are growing. But you can see the forage soybeans growing here. Man, they look really, really good. You can see the sorghum sudan grass growing, and then you can see a little bit of buckwheat here. There's some soybean seed that still hadn't germinated. It's just sitting on top of the ground. I'm fairly pleased with it. It's nice to see that we've gotten some results in this field. Time will tell how thickly these cover crops are seeded across the entire field. Anyway, if you got some value out of this video, please share it with others you think may find it valuable as well. Take care and have a great day.